Leadership gets its effectiveness because of this leadership orientation. You would call, or generally we call that as results orientation. We at Leadership Center would prefer to call it as closure orientation. Very often, where there is no outcome, the leader is in danger of being removed, or the leader is in danger of not being respected. Similarly, there are other people who jump into everything without any planning or thought into it and get on to act. They rework, it creates a problem, 1 rework, 2 rework, 3 rework, 4 reworks. They get into endless rework and they are unable to finish something at an acceptable level. So thought-action balance is an important driver for closure orientation. When you don't have thought-action balance, you're only planning, there is inaction. You're only acting, there is no closure. Neither is useful. So leadership comes in when you're able to manage this thought-action balance. The leader sets the standards. Leader sets the quality expectations, quantity expectations. Very often I find people in leadership positions negotiate to diminish standards to make it easy for their teams to achieve their outputs. Would Mangalayaan or any of those projects which India drove at a fraction of the cost of NASA and delivered would have been possible if standards were not set by people who led those projects? It was merely not important to put Mangalayaan on Mars. It was important to put it there in a functional condition and at a cost which was predetermined. Such closure orientation is not completion. It's about completion at acceptable level of standards, or standards which inspire other people, or standards which we predetermine. Finally, the important aspect of closure orientation is to be able to assess what does it take to do a piece of work. Very often, we don't spend time in understanding what does it take to do a piece of work. And that means what is the quantity and quality of resource allocation I need to make? And how should I redirect resources? So closure orientation is also about resource allocation.